What's going on, my friends? Cubs fan Han here for another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. We got another top characters list, and I'm just going to say, ladies and gentlemen, this is my most audacious ranking list ever. We are ranking the top 100 characters in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. That's the most I've ever done, and we've got enough characters, I think, that we can get away with going to all the way to 100. Now, this poll was public. I posted this on Twitter. I made a YouTube announcement. I announced it on Discord, and I gotta be honest with you guys, there's a couple jokesters out there who thought it was funny. You thought it was funny to put Coruscant Underworld Police at rank number 1, some of you guys. I deleted your polls. I'm sorry. I just can't take that seriously. Like, I understand there's some subjectivity. He's not the number 1 character in this game. Get out of here with that. We're not including that on the list. All right, so let's get into lists. But before we get into that, we got a sponsorship for this video, and it is Battlebreakers, a cartoon-inspired hero collector RPG built as a passion project by a small team at Epic Games. Battlebreakers is available on PC or mobile, and you can play cross-platform. Use the support creator code CubsFanHan after downloading and defeat the first 3 bosses to support this channel. You can also use that code at the Epic Games Store, by the way. Some key features of the game include saving the kingdom because monsters have infested every corner of it. Over 1,000 dungeons battles are available across volcanoes, forests, glaciers, and the like. There are big, huge boss battles, unleash massive attacks against them, and special abilities to take down and smash through legions of monsters. Assemble the perfect team. There are hundreds of heroes you can collect. Use your Battle Pass, Skybreaker quest, and the Hero Store, and you will have the power to build the team you want. You want that power! Link to download the game is in the description down below. Check it out, my friends. All right, we're back. Let's get into that list. All right, we're gonna break it down in groups of 25. So I'm just gonna show the first group of 25. I'm not gonna read all of them off. Now, just note here that in the bottom part of the list, it gets a little bit hazy. Number 100 is Dacha. Again, that was one where I wasn't sure if that was a serious rank or not 100% sure. But I think around 100 might make sense for him. He still has some degree of use in the game, but this, I'm having a bit of a hard time taking him and Ayla seriously. Wicket and Papu, however, I'll take them seriously. I mean, yeah, they're probably not going to be a very high ranking character, but they certainly got use in this game. That's something about this game I think that is very nice, is there are so many different places to use a lot of these characters. And look, Wicket and Papu, they're not meta. They've never been meta. They're never gonna be meta, but they absolutely have a pretty solid use in Grand Arena. Wicket especially can deal some great damage. Papu has a nice taunt. Magma Trooper, same way, kind of more niche, but there's definitely great places to use him. Chopper can really trip you up in Grand Arena. I've actually got stuck behind Chopper. If you have a well-geared Phoenix team, watch out. That makes a lot of sense to me to see him on the list. Biston, pretty much exclusively going to be a raid character, phase 3 of the heroic Sith raid. Captain Han Solo, luxury character. I've always viewed him as a luxury character, but people who have him up, you know, gear 13 with relics on him, this dude can fit into some really great Grand Arena defensive teams, and that revive is not something to mess around with. Good to see Baze up here. Cad Bane got a great stun. Jyn Erso, great rebel leader. Back wall Grand Arena defense team. Aura Singh, she's a bounty hunter a lot of people tend to neglect, but she's got some pretty solid DPS. Hera, of course, is going to be the leader of the Phoenix, and a very solid beginning game character. Somebody that you're definitely not going to want to sleep on. Also, in the end game, when you're going against Phoenix in Grand Arena, you want to make sure you're taking the right team against them, which you know what those right teams are probably, but if you don't, you might get in trouble. Akbar, underrated rebel leader. Anytime you use a passive ability, it's going to bring in some extra attacks, and in 3v3, that becomes extra valuable. If you throw, say, Leia in there with C-3PO, you get tons of assisting by Leia, and she triple taps a lot. Can be very nice, especially when you pair it with the Expose. T3M4, this makes sense to me. He's not great, but he's got a lot of really good use, especially in the General Grievous nuke team, which is something that a lot of people still utilize to this day. Logray's up there, interesting. Qui-Gon, I feel like he's overrated, sadly. He was my first Zeta, but you know, I don't know if he's doing much anymore. There's just better Jedi leaders, and he's so squishy. I have utilized him in Grand Arena recently, though, to success. Having a Dispel there and the Call Assist on his first special, very nice. Kanan's a good tank. Not amazing, but good. Zeb, obviously, going to be able to stagger. He's going to have some pretty solid DPS. Work very great in that Phoenix team. Pathfinder, Zam. Zam's great. Zam's leadership is great. It's a really great way to throw people off in this game. Then we got Barris, Vandor, and Wedge Antilles, who had a little cameo in Rise of Skywalker. Was super, super happy about that. Just warmed my heart, both to see him there and to see the actor there. So here is the bottom 25. I think this list looks just about right. The only two I'm going to say are, I feel like Ayla and Dacha probably shouldn't be on the top 100, but they are there. So there you have it. All right, let's get to the next 25 on this list. You guys ready for this? Here we go. I'm just going to reveal them all at once. Boom. There we go. We got Visas Mar, Princess Leia, Finn, Shore Trooper Karth, Death Trooper, Darth Sidious, Ewok Elder, Embo, Clone Wars Chewbacca, Imperial Probe Droid Greedo, Acolyte, Kylo Ren, Old Ben, Darth Maul, Tarkin, Ezra, Spirit, Executioner, Zalbar, Sith Trooper, Darth Vader, Spy, Ahsoka, Fulcrum, and Boba Fett. Now, if we're looking in a microcosm here, Fulcrum is actually very sensible to be in this spot higher on this segment of the list. I think it actually makes sense because of her. She's just got some very, very solid DPS if you can feed her just right. Here, I got to get this position just right here on my. There we go. The only problem with Fulcrum and why I think I might want to knock her down is we just don't have a team for her. Where are you putting Fulcrum right now? If they just gave her the Phoenix tag, she would be so OP in a Phoenix squad if she just had that Phoenix synergy, but they haven't done that. I think Spy might be a bit underrated. He's a great part of that Bugs team, and really the difference maker. A lot of people are taking him up to high relics because he can just absolutely, utterly mollywop your face in the middle of a Grand Arena and claim some banners from you. So I really like Spy. Obviously, we know we like Boba Fett. Darth Vader still got some great use, and I found a really nice squad to put him in for 3v3, where he was with Zalbar and Mission. This was a great team to have him in. I thought it was absolutely fantastic because you utilize all of those dots. Speaking of Zalbar, we are seeing him on the list. I'm not sure if I saw Mission in this segment. Hopefully she's up top. I actually don't remember seeing her. That might be a miss by the pollsters, not including Mission on this. But I think she would deserve to be up there too, at least in the top 75 probably. But again, it's audacious. We got so many characters to rank here. Spirit, Ezra, Tarkin, those all make sense to me. Maul, he might need to be a bit lower than 60. I would probably place him lower than 60, but he's still gonna, I mean, he's got that AoE days, very solid. Old Ben, great tank. I'm still finding tons of use for him. He might be a bit underrated. Kylo Ren, obviously working great with First Order. Maybe a little less use now that we've got more First Order characters, but people are still finding use for him. Acolyte, the ultimate cheese, right? The ultimate cheese with Night Sister, Acolyte, and Zombie. You don't want to forget it. Greedo can have some solid use if you set him up right. Imperial Probe Droid, he's the great bailout character, right? He's going to bail you out of Grand Arena. I save him for offense, and if you're in a sticky situation, throw him in there, blow somebody up. Now, Clone Wars Chewbacca. This guy would look totally out of place to me. He would look totally out of place if it weren't for some new teams that are utilizing Clone Wars Chewbacca. I think he actually makes sense there. It's funny to see him at rank 66 and feel like that makes sense. Ambo's kind of like Aura Singh to me. A lot of people aren't utilizing him in a bounty hunter team, but he's very solid if you can get the gear on him. We got Death Trooper Karth. Karth might be a bit underrated. Sure, probably about right. Finn, you know, he's going to do really well at keeping banners. A big reason why I like Finn is put him in your resistance squad. and he can help pump up your protection and health so that you get the banners you need at the end of the match. Visas Mar is a character I feel very similar with her as I do with Fulcrum, Ahsoka Tano. Great kit, great utility, no team to put her in. If she just had a better team, she had the Old Republic tag, perhaps, throw in like a Mission Zalbar team or something like that, I think she would be a lot more usable. But for now, there's just nowhere to put her, and I think that's the main weakness with her. All right, there's the next group of 25. Let me know what you guys think about this group down in the comments below. Let's cruise on to the next group. Ba-bam! There they are. All right, 49 is Old Daka. I think she's underrated. Old Daka is better than 49 to me. Droideca's making a ton of sense to me on this list. I think he should probably be higher too. Very essential to get. General Skywalker, he can really mollywop people if you get enough damage on him. That one shot can just be very, very problematic. Candace Ordo, I'm going to say he makes a ton of sense once he's reliced. You get relics on Candace Ordo, he goes from an okay, kind of annoying character to a absolute terror on that Mission Zalbar set. And so I think he makes sense to be the highest rated out of that group. Sith Marauder feels a bit underrated to me. Very, very good DPS. You get him reliced, just watch out, man. That fool will come out and take out a character, one shot, full health, full protection, no questions asked. Kylo Ren Unmasked should probably be rated below Sith Marauder in my opinion, but still a lot of use for him. You know, I mean, I use him for offense more than defense now. I have been using him for 3v3 defense, but I don't know if I think he might be a bit overrated on this list. Zombie speaks for herself. Newt Gunray, after his rework, look, I keep getting caught by Newt Gunray in Grand Arena. If you don't pay your taxes, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be in trouble with Newt. I think Newt is probably right about where he should be. Count Dooku feels similar now. He's working with Newt very well. Wampa, still absolutely great. I've ran into a few high relic Wampas recently, and they scare the poop out of me. Like, the poop just scares me. It's just so scary. B2 Super Battle Droid, Hermit Yoda, Django, Mother Talzin. Okay, Mother Talzin is one that I think is underrated. Especially, I don't think people realize what she can do with her AoE at Relic 7. That Relic 7 AoE is absolutely devastating. Devastating at Relic 7. B1, I think B1's about right. BB-8 is probably a bit too high, although there's a lot of places you can put BB-8, especially I see sometimes on defense, people will put BB-8 in a Grievous team, and that adds an interesting element of surprise for that team, and so maybe just about right. Palpatine's still very usable, maybe a bit overrated. Scion's probably about right. Echo, maybe a bit underrated. Echo is very solid. That AoE can do tons of damage. You get him up in the relic area, and he's going to work phenomenally with General Anakin Skywalker. Let's see, Asajj Ventress, Ahsoka Tano, same story with her, going to work great with Anakin. Shakti, I'd probably put her below Ahsoka Tano, but you put her in a good clone set. R2-D2 HK. I feel like HK's use has kind of gone down a little bit, and something I don't love about HK is he's very isolated to that Darth Revan team. Whenever I try to split him up, his usability goes down a lot for me, at least in the teams that I've tried using him in. Bossk, probably just about right. Look, Bossk he's a stud, and Jolie Bindle feel very similar to him. All right, we're cruising through this, ladies and gentlemen. We have broken down the bottom 75 out of the top 100. Now we're going to go one by one and break down the next segment of this list. Starting with number 24, we got Wat Tambor, his first top 25 appearance. Darth Nihilus, Rey Jedi Training, Bastila Shan in at number 21. Fives, CT5555. Number 20, Nest comes in at number 19. Brute Alpha in at number 18. Number 17 is Darth Traya. Han Solo in at number 16. We got Rex at number 15. Chewbacca in at number 14, C-3PO, Grand Admiral Thrawn at number 12, Grandmaster Yoda number 11, 10 is General Kenobi, number 9 is Commander Luke, we got Anakin in at number 8, that's the Jedi Knight Anakin, Basilisk Shan Fallen at number 7, Padme Amidala at number 6, Jedi Knight Revan in at number 5, Grievous at number 4, General Skywalker in at number 3, Darth Revan at number 2, and Darth Malak comes in at number 1. Now, out of this list, the biggest thing that stands out to me is that General Skywalker is still at number 3. And I think this is so interesting. I'm really curious to see how people are going to feel about this once most people have General Skywalker at Gear 13, full relics. I think General Skywalker is the best character in this game. That is my opinion. I don't think it's really close next to Darth Malak and Darth Revan. Now, of course, we're considering him at his best. We're considering Darth Revan in a full Sith Empire team, Darth Malak in a full Sith Empire team, and General Skywalker in a full 501st team. And if you have those teams, full relics, General Skywalker just wins in that head-to-head. He does every time. There are some counters to General Skywalker, but I feel like there's a lot more counters to Darth Revan currently in the game that are going to be more effective. Again, we're talking Relic 7. I think right now, a lot of people, this is general public voting on this, a lot of people, whenever they're seeing General Skywalker, they're only seeing the crappy version, 5, 6 stars, Gear 11. Not Gear 12, not Gear 13, not with Relic 7, etc. When you get Relic 7 Anakin Skywalker snowed in, even if you can get those 4 characters out, his damage is stupid. I mean, he will take a full 5-man team by himself. Lights out. It's crazy. So my personal prediction is, give it a month or two, General Skywalker is going to be number 1 on this list with the pollsters and with the public. I think it's just a matter of time. Everyone else pretty much makes sense here. Padme Amidala, still tons of use. Man, my favorite, probably my best team right now is Padme team. And if you get her modded right, she can counter pretty much anything in the game. I was on a video with Arnold recently. Something we talked about with Padme is it might be the best all-around team in the game, and frankly, I agree with Arnold on that point. Anakin, second best Relic 7 character in this game, probably. Grievous is probably the first one. I'd say Anakin is a very close second. That AoE can just be dumb, and he'll just one-shot people on his basic. Commander Luke Skywalker, you know, he's just got lots of use. That 100% turn meter strip on his first special is hard to deny. General Kenobi, my latest Gear 13 character. Love me some General Kenobi. Let's see here. Rex makes a lot of sense. That Annihilate he gets works very well. Can be especially devastating under a Anakin, General Skywalker. Han Solo, still persistent. Traya, the best counter to Brood Alpha. I'm going to argue right now that Brood Alpha should probably be higher on this list. I would put Brood Alpha at least in the top 15. Because he's got so much use, guys, he's going to work great as a defensive character. You get the relics on him, you get a relic spy next to him, and he's also going to be able to take out basically any team in the game except for maybe Darth Revan, General Skywalker. You're going to be, and probably Padme, but I've been using this to take out Jedi Revan teams. That's amazingly just beneficial to have something different to go against Jedi Revan, because that ends up on defense quite a lot. And the rest of this makes a lot of sense to me. I'm happy to see Watt up here. I think a lot more people are finding creative, fun ways to use Watt Timbre. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think about this list. I am anxious to hear. I'm going to show you guys the full list right now. Let's check that out. Boom! There's the full list. All 100 characters on this list. Again, not so sure about Ayla and Dacha there, and I also feel like people just forgot about Mission. I'm not seeing her on the list. She should probably be there. There might be another character too, but by and large, I feel like this list is, for the most part, just about right and a good reflection. I know a lot of you guys are new to the game, and I hope this can be a good reference point for you to have an idea on where characters stand as you look to farm a lot of these characters in the game. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys thought about the video down in the comments below, and give it a like if you did enjoy the list. Thanks again for joining me for the video, my friends. Debate all of it down below in the comments. And as always, my brothers, don't forget.
Sorry about the mess.